Good day everyone. Welcome to Siddha Vetha webinar series. So today is a very important topic because as human beings, we have our own struggles in life. Sometimes whatever we do, nothing moves, and we don't know what to do. We are doing our best. We're trying to do our best, but it appears that you are not successful. None of the moves, give a result. So what do we do during this time? So before we do, let us observe. Let's do an observation of who are we, and then we can start our conversation. Just gently close your eyes. And see what is happening. You don't watch or do anything. See what is happening. What is your concentration on when you close your eyes? Does it go to your work? Does it go to your breath? Does it go to the mind? Whatever. Just close your eyes and see where your mind goes. Watch your mind, where it goes. Let it flow by itself. You all can mute. So if you are blocked, your mind automatically goes to that. You feel it as emotion. The mind doesn't move anywhere. You're just there. Why is this happening to me? That emotion will stay in you. If you have a pain, the physical pain more than the emotion, the mind will go to the pain. So it will evaluate whether the mental pain is bigger than the physical pain. Sometimes you have multiple things happening at the same time. You'll feel the pain, physical pain, you don't know. You feel the mental pain at the same time. Multiple things happening. Emotional pain, relationship pain, everything happens same time. See what is bothering you most. Often everything is connected, but you can solve also independent things. Like if you have a back pain, you can fix that with a yoga or marma, and then you can work on the mental aspect. So you break down into smaller steps. So you note down what you observe. Note down you have a paper pen, you can note down what is that is most bothering you. Whether you have financial struggles, job, or worried about your future, or it is multiple things, right? You have health issues, and then you have financial issues, you have problem with the relationship, everything is gone. See what is really happening. Note down that. It's very important exercise. So see who you are. Think about this. You can now open your eyes, come to awareness, physical awareness. So here, first of all, what is your purpose? Why are you here? Are you there to fulfill your family needs, yourself, your social needs? Think about this. Think about who created all these things. So we have, in the society where human beings have created rules, regulations, ideas, right? We start to believe these ideas. This is how we have to, your family is, it has to be structured like this, finance need to be structured like this, all these things. But this is a very temporary structure. It gives a temporary happiness. So you got all that you created so far as blockage is your own mind only, nothing else. And why blockage happens? First of all, why something gets blocked certain time. You're not understanding your own self. It's happening for your own good actually. It is time for you to rest. It is time for you to see within you. Because your purpose is not to just spend your energy. The design of this consciousness, nature, is to go inward. That's the only design. That's the natural design. So, but you are trying to go outward. So the natural design tells you, go inward. See yourself, where are you running? That's not your purpose. So if you analyze this, you will get the result also. Whatever has materially, it'll solve. But you have to hit the sweet spot within you. It's not outside. So you may ask money with somebody, beg money, or you can ask for some counseling, all these things. Outside, you're looking at outside. But you're not looking at who you are. inside. Most of us are religious atheist. 95% of people are religious atheist. Atheists are better in certain ways because they don't struggle much within, because they believe that there is inside, but they have other problems, they have egoistic problems. Ego hits them, but they are able to solve better things. But religious atheist is the problem. You have a religious way of looking at what consciousness is as God, but you're a non-believer. You don't believe in real God. Right? You may belong to a religion, or you may follow a guru or some worship a deity or something, but you're not truly believing. You're a liar. You are saying you think that you're believing. You're not really believing. There's a difference between that. So, because you have to understand that who is doing everything, all the things that you put in food, the food is digested into 7 types of tissues, and then finally it's converted into the mind and it starts to function that way. Who is doing this? Which intelligence is doing this? Who is the one who is talking? What is the force that comes from inside? Who gives that intelligence? Are you doing that? Somewhere in some country, a person is speaking a different language. They have a different culture. Look at the uniqueness. Who are they? Is that a different God that is functioning? That person. Look at some organism that is living there in an ocean. It is beautiful inside. And it is delivering its baby. It is doing everything. Who is doing that? There's only one thing that is taking care of each and everything in the universe. That one thing is taken care of already. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? It is already taking care of you very well, very compassionately. It's like kids, little kids, when the parents, they don't buy a cell phone or some gadgets or something, some ice cream, they feel, they cry, they want to fight with the parents. I want this, same thing. Same thing we are doing with our bigger parent. Think about it. All these things are nonsense things. We want a house, we want a, that, this is not happening. As if, for God, this is like you're crying for ice cream. Very small thing. And we are not appreciating whatever we have already, what has been given to you. You never appreciated it. You never appreciated. You already got so many things. You never had gratitude. There was no gratitude at all. So thinking, because God is a consciousness, it is, even though it is, you cannot see it, but it is functioning. It is like a functioning like a human, but it is several times intelligence, because you look at all the things it will simultaneously do. Everything in this universe is happening simultaneously. That's the intelligence of this consciousness. So the We ourselves have created. See, whatever you think, it'll happen. Good or bad, it'll happen. When you think good, you will have good returns. When you think bad, you will have the bad consequences. There's no matter, nobody can escape from this. But it will take time. Even good and bad will take time. Bad comes faster, good takes time. It's like weeds. They come faster than what we sow. So if you had put some thoughts, say last year, for several years you have been putting a thought that these all things should come, these are the things that you want to manifest, and it is time for that to manifest. Before that manifests, you put another thought now. You're in another world, you are struggling with something else. The nature is trying to manifest that, but you're not understanding, and you feel this is blocking you, whatever you're trying, because that thought, whatever you put, is now trying to manifest, but you're not understanding that, right? Instead, you're struggling. Whatever you do, it doesn't happen because it's time. Nature is giving you time to see inside you. Now this is come to fruit. You tap that, just knock the door, it'll open. The door is already open, right? The door is already open for you. So therefore, other doors are blocked. But you're not understanding this, right? We try to knock the other doors that are locked, that are closed, trying to break your head there. So in order to, you have to come to the center, because you are in the corner of the door, and you're stuck there. It's blocked. So you have to come to the center of the spot. It's like a circle, circular spot, wherever you have different doors, but other doors are open. You are in other corner, so you have to come to the center to see the other door. Coming to the center is becoming silent, seeing inside you. When nothing happens, go to silence for a few days. I cannot stay in silence for yourself. Go to some some retreats, who already organize. Many people organize silence retreats. We also do that on a regular basis. Every month we have, we do silence as well as we give practice. So you can 6, 7, 8 we have here. 7, 8, 9 in the Binghamton area. We are doing that. If you want to visit, you can, we'll share information in the chat right now. You can attend that. But this is very important. If you can do at home, amazing. That's good. You can 2-3 days. You just don't do anything. Be relaxed. Get the time from your, oh no, I have to do this, my family, I cannot stop cooking. Well, you stop cooking, doesn't matter. 2-3 days, even if they eat junk food, whatever it is, 2-3 days, it's for you, your own self. You see your own self. The answer is inside you. You get an amazing answer. Whenever you get blocked, you have something big coming up. That's your past thought. Whatever you did in the past is going to manifest now. And that's going to happen. God will not let you down. That's the compassionate consciousness. He's already trying to do only good to you. So this is where you need to strongly believe in this. That's why I'm saying it's a religious atheism. Now, theism is what we need to follow, right? You can be religious, but you can be an atheist. This is a different thing. Just because your religion doesn't mean anything. I do this, all these asanas, I do all these prayers, I'm a strong Muslim, I'm a strong devotee of Baba Ramdev. All these things will not matter. It doesn't matter. It's between you and consciousness. It's not between you and religion. Because you're following a religion, you'll not get anything. You're following God. You're believing in that consciousness strongly within you. That is what is going to help you. So, that's where we need to see the relation. Enakum in sage scientist Vadalar sings, Enakum unakum isainda porutam enna porutamo inda porutam ulagil pirarku edum porutamo. So what is the connection between you and me, God? You are sitting, you and me. The connection between you and me is not far away. Right? He sees that God itself is sitting inside. So whenever we are talking, it's our ego that is talking. Whenever we are not talking, it is God. So by allowing God itself to talk, and only truth will come. So that is the whole lecture of Thiruvarpa, Thirukural, all this ancient literature is God talking without ego. Right? So if you really focus on our own self, it means not with some techniques are okay. Techniques are used. Say for example, can I do some pranayama to solve the problem? No. Pranayama helps. But pranayama is not going to solve your problem. Oh, I am doing kundalini will it solve? No. Kundalini will not solve this problem. You use those techniques to solve a problem. All meditative techniques are used for real meditation. Meditation is not very important. After the meditation, you have an effect. That is the living. When you're living, right? That is the real living. Not when you're meditating. Meditation is not big. Meditation is only a process to cut down, put your mental frequency low. But experiencing the low mental frequency is what is important. That is what will solve your problem. Not because you did something religiously, oh, I am doing meditation 5 times, I do this time. All these things will not work out. It is only being in that state, allowing that state, lower frequency mind to hit you. You go as low as 0, the consciousness, you hit consciousness. So it's between you and the consciousness. There is no in between. There is nobody in between. There is no guru, no external things, no religion, nothing comes. You and God alone. So when you see that, already you have every solution. Nothing has happened bad to you in your life. It's only a belief. Whatever you think bad is not bad. It's not real. You believe that it was bad. God wanted to give you an answer every moment. It is the most compassionate. You cannot even believe how compassionate that consciousness is. It has given you solution every second, every minute. And till now, until you die or you don't die, God consciousness is continuously supplying its compassion. There is no deficiency in compassion. It's not a human being, God, where human beings have deficiency in compassion, right? So we burn out, compassion burn out all these things, but God doesn't burn out. So this is a very important message to understand, because when you are blocked, that means something good is going to happen. So you have to go inward. So techniques help only to get to low frequency, but low frequency, observing low frequencies, what you need to do. Meditations and other techniques do not solve problems. Problems need to be solved through observation of the low frequency. So in living, we should incorporate. See, we meditate and then we forget after that. Normally we are living. We are not taking that state and applying it to living. Meditative state living. Right? So when you apply, then you get observed. And after certain time, certain period, you don't even need meditation. You directly become God. God itself will be inside you, guide you and do things you allow without allowing your ego. If you just leave it, because already God only is there. It's only your ego is saying, I am doing these things. But that consciousness will manifest from inside you. And everything will work out. So, this is the practice. It's a very simple practice. There is no complicated techniques for this. First, you become a believer. That's all. Right? Believing what? Believing you are God. That which is taking care of is God inside you. That's all, nothing else. No other belief is needed, not believing God is somewhere else. Then you will have to keep jumping on God, this God, that God. This God didn't work out, this religion didn't work out, this guru didn't work out. All these things. So the only technique that is a very easy technique, that strongly believing, is not an ego thing. God, when I say I am God, it's also an ego. God is me. God is only this working from inside you. Right? So that is what we need to do. And so as you see any thought you are doing today whatever you're thinking is going to manifest tomorrow. For example, you put a thought only last week, and because of those thoughts didn't work out, you're struggling. But past thoughts start to work this week. It'll work. Same way, if you put 10 times the thought, tomorrow on day this will manifest. When the thought intensity, the amplitude of the thought, increases substantially, it will try to manifest. Thought only becomes the words only turn into actions. Right? So you have to see, did you put enough thought for that? The action, what all you have done, you write down. What all have you done, did I put enough thought? Did I really believe in this will happen? So if you strongly, without any constraints, if you strongly believe in that, that will happen. And only without constraints, when that without constraint comes, when you see is naturally aligned with the consciousness. Good and bad also will manifest, but bad will have a consequence. You can manifest bad things also. You know what is a good and bad? Not harm self or others in the present or in the future. The golden rule, right? Physically or mentally. Whether yourself or others. If you're hurting mentally or physically in any way, It doesn't matter whether you're doing business or you're doing medical profession or anything, right? Because everybody in this world is part of the consciousness. Everything is God. There's nothing separated from God. The good and bad, ugly, everything is God. So only you need to see the godliness in everything. And if you if you start to observe, you will see amazing things happening. Already God is doing so beautifully. A flower is blossoming there, and another, it is trying to attract only one type of insect there, and that insect will come and take the nectar from there. How consciousness, how this God is doing this. Think about it. Each and everything, palakodi andangal, we say, many universes. We are only believing in one. There are so many things that are happening that is perfectly done by consciousness, God. So operating this you is nothing for that. You are a very small, tiny being in this. Taking care of is not a big deal for God. Only you are not believing in your mother and father. That's the God. The God is your parent, primary parent. So that is the whole thing, right? So if you start to align, you will get there. You'll come out of your stumble blocks. You can just, it'll hit you, light will hit you inside you. So I keep this very simple. I'm open for questions, any questions, and discussions. I'm open for discussions. Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Shan, there's something, you gave some very good tips here. So one question I had about the retreats, because you're going to have another retreat next month, right, in August, right? In
Right.
Binghamton. So, and you held many retreats in the past, they're almost once a month. Can you
Right.
share some experiences in the retreats, what the participants, any
Right.
testimonials, what they have experienced, how they've improved their health or mental attitude, etc.? I think it'll be good
Yes.
for all of us to know what happens in the retreats.
So retreats are very important. So why we have retreat is that, see, I do online sessions with some people, but when they physically attend, and for 2-3 days continuous basis, we start up early morning 5:30, waking up, doing all the exercises, all the different aspects, and then we put them into practice. So what I am talking about, we'll put them into practice. Observation, they will take a paper and pen, they will do all the work. So when they do this, they see amazing benefit. And because, see, the way it works is that the intelligence, whatever we have as a group intelligence, they all will manifest faster. Group intelligence will manifest faster. So because we are creating a field, right? In a group, everybody is creating a biomagnetic universal field. And in that field, it is very easy to align, all their thoughts. That's why retreats are very important. A group of people who are aligned, and if I talk about consciousness, one person aligns, it will pull the other person closer, right? So that is the time you can make a lot of changes. A shift happens. You can shift your consciousness. So if you have struggles, you can come and attend our retreat, and it will definitely remove a major part of the blockage in you, right? People have experienced. I have people who came to a retreat in the past, and they feel that this is very important. They shift. Some people, they are beginners. They don't even know what we are doing, but they want to attend more retreats, and they don't attend see anything at the first. Then they see 2 or 3 retreats, because this is a membership model. Third retreat, oh, amazing! I didn't know this was the same thing I was doing in the first retreat. A little bit, a little bit different maybe. But then they find that this has shifted in the third retreat, even though they heard these things in the first retreat. So what happens is that it is processing what we did in the first retreat. It doesn't mean they didn't have benefit. For them to prepare themselves, to that stage, right? Their levels, they need a time. So there is a processing time. And once they start to process, then they themselves, you don't need any more retreats after some time. You know how the whole process, what you can change. I'm showing you in this retreat that you can change yourself in terms of health or finance or anything, like any blockage. How do you remove? So I talk about deeper things like marma, memories, what are memories, where are them, so different techniques to solve these problems, etc. Okay, so definitely a lot of people who got benefited, they are also bringing other people to the retreats. And this time we will have a retreat in my own area in Binghamton, and where we will have I'm looking also some local people this time. They'll be also attending, and because most of the people come from outside, so I haven't invited local people that much this time, and this time I'm doing yeah. So you come and attend, and you will definitely see a shift in you that will change your future. So I have a lot of video testimonials I can share with you. I don't have it handy, but maybe the IT team has. But we can share with you this group, the testimonials from the retreat. Yes.
So maybe you can just give an example. I mean, yeah, I know it'll be difficult to dig out the testimonials, but maybe give a couple of examples so it'll be easy for people to understand what
Yeah.
transformation happens in the
Yes.
retreats.
Yes. 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 For example, we have one person called Sindhu. She was trying to handle multiple things in her finance. She's interested in the finance aspect, growth, etc. So she was having struggles getting this because of her health, as well as the finance management. But after attending 2-3 retreats, she finds the flow is very easy. She could make more money right now. She can, she's able to handle her health very well. And she recommended her daughter also to take this. They are like a family. So they bring more people to the family, from their family. For example, Jignesh Patel is another person who brought whole family. He attended the retreat, and then he said that I'll take you this benefit that I have attended, the calmness that I get, and my family should get. So he brought his whole family to this. So I'm doing sessions for them online every week. So he is now happy because his family is getting that, because whatever he learned, he's trying to see whether his family can get all this benefit, because not all family can travel, they have plans, etc., right? But it would be a great thing, like another couples, Magesh and New Hampshire, they are from Magesh and Kavita. They attended retreat, they find so much health benefit. They involve their whole family now with the little kids. So they are regularly, so once they attend, they want to do some personal lifestyle management with me, they continue the program. So that is the level we are looking at, right? So yeah. Yes. Any other questions?
Maybe you can also tell us how much would it cost? Is it, etc.,
Yeah.
the registration,
So,
hotel, location, how to get with the retreat
right.
next one?
So we have the IT can share the retreat information. So the retreat costs like around 799 for this retreat, and it includes all organic food, and I prepare those food. I use little help, but mostly I will be preparing the food along with the volunteers, and it is all locally made. It's like biodynamic food. It's not ordinary food, because I don't want anything to shift. I want to make sure they eat the right food during that time, keeping the mind, everything, pure. I want whatever we incorporated in my life, I'm making that available for them. That's number one. And then I give some air wash, and body wash is natural things. So when they align everything with the natural things, that flow will be very easy for them, meditation flow, etc. And also, we'll give them some materials after that, like for example, we have a photo medicine manual. If I'm doing photo medicine, we'll send the photo medicine manual, etc. This time we also plan to give them some instructions even before, some outline of all the programs. And there is a discount for accommodation. We'll send you the link. The hotels give special discounts for people who want to stay there. It's going to be Hampton in this time, in Vestal area. Yeah. So any other questions?
So maybe a question from your talk. You said meditation doesn't help that much. It is the effect after the meditation. So what kind of effect do you expect to see after the meditation that will indicate that you have progressed?
Yes. So see, you will, for example, you will not be angry when you, after meditation, you're usually, after meditation, we don't observe the mind. So you should observe the mind, and being in that state is actually the what we want to achieve. It's not the meditative process. For example, I tell you to focus on a chakra, but focusing on chakra is not important. Later on, after you focusing, there is an effect. You should not waste that fact, because you will be involving other things and you will lost in that world. So instead, you keep the observation there and start to involve in things, and then you can see amazing things happen. And that is what you really need. The whole idea of any meditative process is to go into that state of mind. So, and in that state of mind, you will not do mistakes. Mistakes are less. When I say mistake, it's not about your grammar or some other kind of mistake. You break that's not materialistic I'm talking about. When you say mistake, you will not harm others or self in a way, with your word, thought, or deed. Immediately you'll not respond to somebody who's angry immediately. You'll listen. You become highly mature. It's called spiritual maturity. You'll get spiritual maturity, right? That's what we want to achieve beyond anything else what human created. So that happens automatically. So you become very godly. What is the nature of God? How compassionate, beyond all our mistakes that we do. God is continuously helping us, forgiving us. We are not knowing. We'll get the same qualities. trying to see the consciousness in people and helping, not by other means, not by knowing their talent, not by knowing some other factors, but looking at consciousness, that is God, that is inside that being. I need to help. So that attitude will come. We'll build that. And you become part of God. Make sense?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Let's see if anybody else has any questions.
Dr.
Yes.
Shan, it's a very powerful concept, but very hard to implement. To see that, you see the duality, the oneness is very hard to achieve. That you talk about, but it's a supremely powerful concept that you shared.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's not
And
a very
someday when you
difficult.
do a retreat in Florida near Miami, I will definitely attend.
Yes. We will do. We missed one thing. So now Gupta ji is back. We can do one. So yeah, definitely
Thank
we'll
you.
be doing. Yes, of
Thank you.
course. Winter time here, we can do in hotter places.
Yes, thank you.
But it's not, I'm not saying, only my retreat will help. Okay. What I am saying is, it's very simple that you have to become a believer of that, real believer of consciousness, not by just a theory. Because at the end is you and God. Nobody is, that's a unique path. It's a unique path. Between you and God, nobody stands in between. So when you hit that consciousness, that's all. That will guide you. That the Guru is inside you. Right?
Yep. It's amazing. You introduced me to a new word, religious atheist. I always thought of myself as a religious person, but now I see the atheist in me as well.
Yeah, that's not only you. I mean, see, many of us are in this world are religious atheists. They
Yep.
assume, they think that they are, the God is taken care of, because they hang with some religion and they think that this God, if you follow this religion, everything will be good, and the religions make their rules and they make them happy. All religions make them happy by groupism and saying we'll do this, each religion has some rules, regulations. So, they believe that because by following those rules and regulations, they are serving God. But the truth is, God is beyond all those things. God is nothing confined to your religion. No religion can catch God. He's an independent concept. God and you are only two things. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Thank
if
you
you
so
are
much.
God, there are no two, right?
Yeah, then it's one.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I mean, but when not with the ego, when you're saying when you are God, that also creates the ego. God is in you. God only is working. So when we say you're God, we make our rules one. When your frequency low, you're God only. When we are in hit zero frequency, we become God. God is inside. That frequency only is God. God is a state, not a place. Often we think God is a place. Place means from here to another, like it could be a temple or it could be far away in the heavens, something like that. That's a place. But God is a state. State means what? One, level two. So there is a light, say you have a bulb, and you switch on, like the knob, there is a knob, red light, blue light, green light, like that you have. When you turn the knob, the color changes in the bulb. Did it change the place? No. But what happened? Frequency changed. So God, human being, animal are all the same, but only the frequency changes. So only the state, it is a state in yourself. It is not a place, it is not a thing, right? It is a state. So if you know that this is the state, when you get to that state, you are God. That's all. So when you're a human being, you're a human being. Then I say, I'm God, I'm making the rules. Or an animal, you get angry and you behave like an animal. But when you become God, you behave like God. Then only you're God. So that is
Beautiful.
the state. So the only way is we becoming God. There's no other way. You don't see God. You cannot see God. You can see visuals or other experiences are different. Oh, no. I saw God. Those are experiential things. You can even have God in front of you like a human being. It's all possible. But that is itself is not a great thing because you are already your God inside you.
I guess the most important thing is to see our own mind, which we don't see it, right?
Well, mind is a
If we can
beginning.
see the
Mind itself
mind,
is not a God. Mind itself, mind is nothing but mind is taking all forms. Mind is taking forms through a sensory. There's a sensory inputs. Mind is just sensory inputs. It's not mind also. You need to cut down when the mind takes frequencies. Because in order to get a audio or a video, each audio is a frequency, video is a frequency, smell, touch, taste, all are frequencies. They all are trapped and they appear in your biomagnetic field, and that's called mind. But God has nothing to do with the mind, but you begin with the mind. But God is beyond. When you cut down these things, frequencies, it is just there, sitting with nothingness. Andi, we call it Andi, means is a beggar, nothing. Nothing is there with God. But underlying everything is what is functioning, it is doing everything. So that comes with significant interest, like how we are interested in making money, how we are interested in taking care of health or relationship or anything in this universe. That much interest, even if you put, is enough for attaining that. But you have to be true interest in seeing God inside you. Then they'll hit.
that is true. Yeah, that is so true.
So insightful. And it's mind opening. It's mind blowing concept. But
Yeah,
I will put that in some ways that I see that every day, so that over time you believe it, write it, do something.
Yeah. Yes. Because see,
yeah,
if you take any religion, religion has beliefs. So we believe this is the way we have to live. Culture. Another culture is living very differently. Right? I go to Hawaii, Kauai, this is a different culture. They have their own tradition. There's their own intelligence. Who is functioning that intelligence? Why is that culture like that? So we often think that other culture we are different from different culture. We have formed these barriers, but God only created everything, every intelligence in this universe. It's not a separate God for somebody in Middle East, somebody in Africa, right? All
Mhm.
are the same consciousness that is functioning inside, that evolved into human being, evolved into Panchabhutas, and then slowly one sense and all the way to human being. Is the same God only. There's no different God. There's no different human being. If you understand this fundamental principle, then you will see God in each and every culture, each and every being. All beings are God only, right? You even taking a weed away, you will feel so bad. It's a divine weed only. If you remove a weed, you will feel that, oh my God, this is also divine, blissful, divine sitting there. We are only not understanding. So everything is that, right? And there's nothing else needed. This simple thing, if you every day remember, God will lead you. There's no bigger concepts needed. No big tattvas needed. No big mantras needed. All this is a waste of time. Directly hit yourself. That's it. Okay.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.